The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
All right, so what's going on? All right, shout out to Spine Ticks real quick. Shout out to Choice Comics. So Choice Comics is it's a comic book shop here, Honolulu, Hawaii. Beautiful day today. There is a dollar sale, and I am slotted for the 11:30 to 12:30 slot. Oh, that driving range reopened. Anyway, sorry. All right. So yeah, dollar sale. We're gonna go Choice Comics. Check it out. Wish me luck. All right, here we go. Shoot. All right. Sorry about the shaky camera. All right. Hello, YouTubers. Doom143. All right. So here we go. You just saw that little clip where I'm going over to my boy's Brian shops called Choice Comics here in Hawaii. He had a dollar sale. I figured I'd go check him out. I think I picked up about 48 books or so, $1 a piece. So I kind of broke them down right now between DC and Marvel. Didn't find anything crazy, but I would say I found 3 or 4 books that I'm really stoked about. Maybe even 5 books that I'm really stoked about finding in the dollar bins. But to be honest, the majority of the books that I bought for $1 were just either variants or just covers that I liked. So yeah, I didn't have enough time. So if I say he had about 100 boxes, I think I checked out only about 50 of them. So yeah, kind of bummed out. And there was like a lot of doubles, triples, quadruples of books I could have picked up, but I didn't. Most of the time I just picked up 1, maybe 2 at the most if I find something I really liked. Once we get into the dollar books, what we're going to do is I bought some books off of eBay or found it at a comic shop. We'll get into that. And then I did a mystery box. I have a mystery box, sorry, that I purchased from Hive Comics. I think costed me $50. These are the books here. I don't know what they are. I really don't. But we're going to dig into this last. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Like I said, right? Choice Comics, dollar books, show you what I found. All right. So he has some pretty cool stuff. So this is Detective Comics New 52 75th anniversary. I think this is actually done by Josh Middleton. So that's kind of cool as well. What else did I find? Wonder Woman 35. This one is a Monsters of the Month variant. Honestly, that's the only reason why I picked it up. Nothing really else. If you guys remember New 52, DC, they did some of these lenticular covers, and they actually go for money, like a little bit. Some can go between $15 to $20 on depending on what lenticular. But what I was stoked to find at this dollar sale was basically the second prints, or not second prints, is the variant versions where there is no lenticular. So I was really stoked to find the variants of those. So this one it looks exactly like the lenticular, but it's not. So I was able to find the Superman 23.1, the Dark Knight 23.1 again. It looks like the lenticular, but it's not. What else did I find? I found the Superman 23.2. Again, looks like the lenticular. It's not. And the other Superman 23.4. So yeah, very happy to find those. Like I said, they're just dollar books, digging. They don't necessarily go for a lot. They're also not the easiest books to find too. The lenticulars you can find. These variants are really not the easiest books to find. So that's why I picked them up. You know, I kind of like books that's not the easiest. Not, like I said, not necessarily going for money, just slightly harder to find books. Well, at least here in Hawaii. Really cool stuff I also found some Looney Tune variants for DC. So Green Arrow. There's a lot of New 52 stuff, which is really cool. I feel like when it comes to variants and DC, you can't beat New 52. They came out with some of the best stuff. Whether it was Looney Tunes, whether it was Batman 66, Monsters of the Month, as you just saw, Lenticular. They did, I mean, DC New 52, they really went all out. But yeah, found this Green Arrow 46, Looney Tunes, Detective Comics 46, Looney Tunes as well. Found that one, pretty stoked on that. Probably one of my more favorite Looney Tunes is the Batman Superman number 26. So yeah, all of those were $1 as well. Really happy, had a good time. Shout out to Chrissy, Queen of Variants on Instagram. She and I was hunting around the same time. She probably had the same feeling that I have. You never want to see Chrissy at a comic shop because you're wondering what she got. She's probably wondering what I picked out. So, it's kind of funny, you know. You got two hunters in the same room, and you think they would get along, but really, what they're trying to do is trying to figure out what each other picked out. So yeah, what is this? Perillo found this one. Again, these are really nothing. It's just dollar books I found. Batman 58. I found Frank Miller. Batman 62. Again, these are all just $1. Try to get that glare off. Batman 62. Found this Batman 74. Forget the name. Is it a Menace? I think this is a Menace. But yeah, honestly, this is a pure cover pickup. Really nothing else. Um, Also picked up Batgirl 29. Just again, just cover pickups. Since there wasn't really anything there crazy. Batgirl number 30. Um, so like I said, there wasn't anything crazy. There was some cool stuff, like I said, and I'll show it to you once I get there. But wasn't really anything crazy. But I did find some cool stuff from DC. So I picked up DC and Marvel. I would say roughly around 24 DC, 24 Marvel. I didn't do that on purpose. It just seemed like it just worked out that way when I was digging through the boxes. The boxes were very random with DC, Marvel, and Independent. And just so happened that when I checked out, um, it seemed like I got 48 books and 24 was DC, 24 was Marvel. So it's just kind of ironic that it worked out that way. But these are some of the key books or just interesting books, I would say, that I found for, and when I say key, I'm really using that in a, like a, not like major key, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So this book is not a key, this next one here, but I just thought it was really cool. So this one right here is Superman, Man of Steel number 30. And basically what it has in here is a bunch of stickers. And it's not really even stickers, actually. What do they call that? I don't know. It's like those sticky things that don't stick, but they stick, but not a sticker.
What?
Film, like the sticky film. Anyway, so it has a bunch of. You know what? I'll just show it, man. Maybe I can do some kind of like clip while I'm unpacking this thing. So here it is. Now, when I purchased this, it was already cut. Somebody already cut the plastic off. So when you take off the plastic, you'll notice that the cover is going to be blank. And what it is they have these, like these films right here. So you can take them off and you can just kind of make your own cover. So you can put these things on the cover and kind of just like make your own little cover with Superman and Lobo fighting each other. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah, kind of stoked on finding that one. Let me just leave that here for now. But yeah, I found that one. I just thought that was pretty cool that you can kind of make your own. I wish it wasn't opened. The bag wasn't open and cut, but it was. So whatever's. But you know, it's $1. No big deal. Found this one, Aquaman number 19, first appearance of King Nereus. You guys probably remember this from the first Aquaman movie that came out. This book was hot. It was like a $15, $20 book. I think it's maybe a $5 book. I'm sure it's settled down. Maybe when the next Aquaman movie comes out, it might start seeing something again. I don't know. This is another book that got really crazy during the whole movie specs of DC. Superman 81 was the first black suit on cover. Everybody saw some stuff. I don't know. I know there's a director's cut. And I didn't see it, but I heard there was speculation that Superman does come back and he does come out in the black suit. for that director's cut. I don't know. I haven't seen it. If you guys seen it, you guys know about it, please let me know somewhere in the comments. But I remember this book being super hot because it was the first time that you see him in the black suit on the cover. It's not the first time you see the black suit, it's just the first time you see the black suit on the cover. All right. But what I did find for DC that I was really, really stoked, and the ironic thing is I already picked the book up um, just because it was a number one. But then all of a sudden, the owner, I guess, gets a text saying that, oh, Mia Mizoguchi is going to be the new Robin. And the name sounded familiar, but I really didn't know who Mia Mizoguchi was, to be honest. But it sounded super familiar. And then I was like, who's that? He's like, oh, it's the new Robin. And I was like, what book is that? And he goes, Gotham Academy #1. Ironically, while I was hunting, I actually already was picking this up because there was already talks about Gotham Academy. And I think some of it came from Strange Academy and some of it rubbed off into Gotham Academy. But yeah, for $1, I was able to find 3 of these. I actually found 4, and I gave one to Chrissy because we just heard about the news popping up in the comic shop. Now that might be old spec, I'm not too sure, but these books roughly go for about $15 to $20 a piece. So I found it for $1 a piece. So really stoked on that. So that was probably like the best hit I got as far as dollar bin diving, and then on the DC side of it. So I found 3 Gotham Academy's #1. First appearance of Mia Mizoguchi, the apparently the new Robin. So there we go. Boom. So now we'll go into the Marvel books. Marvel books, Marvel books, Marvel books. All right, so what did I find from Marvel? Again, it's basically the same thing, right? Just like a lot of just covers, just covers that I thought was really cool. Nothing crazy. Some Adi Granoff, Iron Man stuff. So the variant for #4, the variant for #5. I don't think 5 is Adi, but it does look like Adi Granoff. It might be Adi Granoff. It kind of looks like it. What else did I find? A versus X, round 1, just a variant. Again, nothing crazy, just found it. Saw this True Believers, which is a $1 book anyway. So I picked up a $1 book for $1. The reason I picked this up is me and the boys at East Meets West, shout out to them. We were talking about how the next Thor movie is really going to focus on the whole Jane Foster storyline and the whole cancer thing. And so I picked up this, the Thor #1. Again, it is the True Believers though, but this and the regular one, not the True Believers, actually goes for money. So this is a great chance for me to pick it up, read it. Sometimes I don't like to read my actual book if I can see it online, or stuff like this. True Believers, really great to just pick them up and just read it. So I found that. Again, like I said, just a lot of variant stuff, nothing crazy. Civil War #2, round 7. What is this, Frank Cho or Mike Cho? One of the Chos. I forget. It's either Frank Cho or Mike Cho. But yeah, pick that one up just for that. It has that old time boxing posters feel. Really love that one. New Avengers #50. This is just another variant. This book, when it first came out, man, this book was crazy. Oh, everybody wanted this book. Everybody wanted this cover. I think the cover A still holds value. The reason I picked this one up, I've never seen the second print. So yeah, I never found the second print. I never even knew they had a second print. So when I found it in the dollar bins, or that dollar show, whatever you want to call it, I figured I go ahead and pick it up. There was a first print too, but I was excited to see that one. Champions #1, had to pick that up, man. I think this thing has so much leg, and it's just not hyped up enough. But it's definitely this is one of my spec box kind of books. If I see them, I pick them up. I have a spec box, I throw it in. I really feel like this Champions right here is going to be something, maybe minus this guy, but definitely this group right here. Yeah, long-term spec. I'm talking long-term, so be patient. There's an Alex Ross 1 in 100. Pick that one up. It's not too expensive right now. That's just my personal opinion. Captain America, Women of Power. Had to pick that one up. Boom, Black Knight. I think people forgot about Black Knight being in the Avengers some way somehow. So when I saw this is not a variant. This is just regular cover A, Black Knight #1. Right now, I'm starting to pick up on characters that people, I think the community, we speculators, we just comic collectors in general, we've talked about it, but because there's not enough hype, not enough rumors, people just kind of just forgot about it. Black Knight was one of them. So anytime I see Black Knight, definitely picking him up. The other one that I'm picking up because, people talk about it, but not really that much. For me right now is anything with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop on it. Any cover right now with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, I'm trying to scoop them up. From what I understand, not Occupy, the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus. A lot of it, they're getting the inspiration from the Occupy Avengers storyline. But if you read that storyline, technically, Kate Bishop is not in the storyline. So right now, anything with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, I'm picking up. That's just my thing. So I found the Generations #1. I just dropped a book. Thank God it was $1. Where'd you go? So yeah, I picked the cover A, and I think the other one was a variant. And so yeah, okay. What else did I find in the Marvel section? Um, Oddly enough, going back to the comic podcast group guys, East Meets West, we did some Stephanie Hahn stuff. I found this, had to pick it up. I'm a sucker for a Rain cover anyway, so any cover that has Rain on it, I'm always going to be there. I bought this Loki #1. I have no idea why, but it was a variant for $1. I think that's what it was. It was a variant for $1. Picked it up. Um, Again, going back, shout out to East Meets West. We just was talking about so what we do for the people that don't know, I'll leave for people that watch this. Actually, let me pause real quick. Just so you guys know, I know that 90% of you guys are not sub to me that watch it. First of all, thank you for watching. But please sub up, press that notification bell. Also, check out some of the links and descriptions I leave below. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there. I'm just going to mention right now the comic podcast East Meets West. Right now, I haven't been able to go back on the podcast just because of my job schedule has changed. But still remain to check them out. All right, they're on every Sundays. All right. So yeah, like I said, so what we do is we show like our favorite artists and their covers. So we just did Stephanie Hans, but we also just did Michael Turner. So it was really cool finding some Michael Turner books there for $1. Submariner #1. People keep on saying it, and I really do agree that Michael Turner at this time was really really ahead of the curve. The details that he put in, and it still feels like pencil. It doesn't feel like that digital stuff, which I don't mind. But yeah, really just an elevated pencil style Michael Turner. But what else I did find was these Submariner books too. Every time I see this cover, I really try to pick it up just because I think it's a dope ass cover. So you got Venom and Submariner on the cover. I think it's one of the more doper Venom covers out there. And like I said, for $1, how do I not pick these up? So yeah. Okay, so just like DC, I did find some key books. And like I said, when I say the word keys, I'm using it very, very, very loosely. Super loosely. So what was the first thing I found? I found this lenticular, what is that? Mighty Thor 700, first appearance of Black Galactus. This is that lenticular one. It doesn't really come out too well on the camera, so it is what it is. But yeah, first appearance of Black Galactus. I also found New Avengers #53. This has to do with the whole Brother Voodoo becoming the Sorcerer Supreme. Found that for $1. This is actually one of the first books I found when I got there. Mighty Avengers #1, where Monica Rambeau is Spectrum. So that was pretty dope. Not necessarily Marvel, but the Disney, I guess the whole Disney thing. This is something I found that was really freaking cool. So I was digging through this book. Small backstory of this dollar comic haul, dollar comic sale that was going on. Real small input. So it was actually going for 3 days, And this was the third day. So I went there on the third day. I wasn't able to go there on the first or second. I was only able to make it there on the third day. So I was honestly not expecting anything because it was day 3. But when you find stuff like this still there on the third day, like that kind of blew my mind. But what blew my mind even more is that what was next to this was the variant cover piece.
Shoulder, chin, shoulder, and tap, double dream hands.
Yo, just hanging out, dude. Like, with all the other dollar books that you saw, just hanging out. Just hanging out. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, Mandalorian just came out. They already mentioned Ahsoka, and everybody's been talking about Ahsoka, and Star Wars. And to see those 2 books still there in the dollar bins blew my mind. These books, both of them, I think this one is more desirable because it's a cover B. Not necessarily a variant, I think. Just a cover B. Anyway, both of these sell for roughly about $35 a piece. So to find these in the dollar bins, Star Wars, Forces of Destiny, Ahsoka, and Padme, dude, super easy pickup. All right. So that was it for the dollar sale. I really wish I could have stayed longer. Like I said, I may have just gone through 50 boxes. There was 50 more boxes that I probably didn't get to go through. But then again, Chrissy, Queen of Variants, already went through them. So I don't know. There probably was nothing there anyway. Shout out to Chrissy again. All right. So these are some of just eBay pickups or comic shop pickups. Fantastic Four number 3. I think this is the 1 in 50 Gregland variant. What is this? Like Reed Richard becomes Galactus? Mr. Galacti? Some shit like that. I don't know. For some reason, it's a $25 book. Picked it up for like $5 or something like that. And I guess there's some spec about this hype. I don't think this is continuity stuff, but anyway, Reed Richards as Galactus. Going back to remember what I was saying. So I picked up another copy. I found another one of these. I'm just picking these up. If I find them, I'm picking them up. Occupy Avengers. Like I said, that's what, from what I know, the Hawkeye Disney Plus show is supposed to be based around. It's probably not going to follow it verbatim, but they're going to use this as like what do you call, I guess an idea for the direction they want to go. But they're going to have Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. So yeah, definitely picking this buck up. If I find them under $10 all the time, but for some reason they sell for about $25. So boom. All right, so this book is actually interesting. This is one that I had to pick up. So this is a variant of a book that I didn't know existed. Now this is like super crazy spec book, like next level crazy spec stuff, and I'll show it to you. I really don't want to open the book, but I wanted to introduce everybody to this book again. And the reason I'm saying again, roughly about 2 years ago, I actually introduced everybody to this book on a video, but I decided there must have been like a crazier variant out there, so I decided to buy it. So this is New Avengers number 1. The cool thing about this book, maybe not so much the cover, but the whole interior is done by Gabriel Delato. And we are going to, I'm going to see if I can get into this book. Sorry, this is super weird. I don't know how to do this. All right. So basically you have this cover here, right? So you have all of these words. Basically what the guy is saying is that the Avengers is really not good for the world because they've actually, if anything, caused more harm than good. And what he does is he goes off and he starts labeling all the things that the Avengers have done that was either have done or have been involved in, which is really, really shitty for like the whole world. The odd thing about this, if you look at it, it actually follows some of the things that already happened in the MCU, except for the last one, and that's the spec. So what's the first thing that he mentions is Ultron. So we all know that Ultron had a movie in the Avengers, so he mentioned Ultron. How developing Ultron was really one of the crappiest things they've actually could have done. So that was one. The second thing that they mentioned is Scarlet Witch. Now, if you guys remember in the Avengers movie, Scarlet Witch she couldn't get a hold of her powers. She actually blew up the building, killed a lot of people. Again, if you follow the MCU, you guys remember that part that I'm talking about. So Scarlet Witch. So the first one was Ultron. Second one is Scarlet Witch. The fact that she's not able to like contain her powers, and if she wanted to, she could just like destroy everything and everyone in a snap of a finger. The third one was Civil War. We already know that Civil War already happened. This again just showed that superheroes sometimes they just don't fucking get along, and this just has a negative impact on the world. I don't know what number I'm on. 4, 5, whatever. Second to the last, Incredible Hulk. Again, Incredible Hulk. By the way, check this out. This is a full-on Delato cover. It's pretty sick, yeah. Look how small Thor looks in that. Anyway, so Incredible Hulk. Again, we had to send the Hulk off to a freaking planet because he couldn't control himself, blah, blah, blah. You guys know about this. So the last one, so far, we've been following MCU stuff. Well, here is the last one, and this is a crazy-ass spec. Boom, Dark Avengers. So this is the last thing that he mentions, is the Dark Avengers. So with this comic, following a lot of the MCU stuff, and this was actually done before the MCU, is Dark Avengers a spec in the future MCU some way, somehow? I don't know. But if you're interested, this is actually a really great read. It's the New Avengers Annual #1. Now, this is the variant. There's actually a bunch of other covers. I just wanted to showcase this book to everybody. All right. All right. So we're actually almost done. The last thing we're going to get into is this. I think it's called Hive Comics. It's a mystery box. How did I find out about Hive Comics? Well, apparently they're friends with my friend, the Drunkin Chat. And if they're a friend of the Drunkin Chat and my friend Mel V, by the way, congratulations on 1,000 subs. I'll leave his link as well. If they're a friend of them, they're a friend of mine. So I decided to buy a mystery box. Honestly, I think this costed me $60. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. So let's see if I get $60 out of this. What I'll try to do is I'll try to split screen and see how much these books have been selling on eBay per book. And we see if I got my $60 worth. All right, so what's the first mystery book that I got? Oh, what is this? Damn it. What is this one? Hold on, guys. Pause. Not that kind of pause. All right, so No Heroine. Number... Sorry, guys. Really unprofessional right now. Not too sure what number this is. So No Heroine. Apparently a virgin cover. Hive Comics exclusive. Hive Comics exclusive. That's kind of cool. Store exclusive. There you go. Boom. Let's see how much that one sold for. Maybe I can put something over here on the split side. All right, what else did I get? Oh, looks like I got another Hive Comics exclusive. Is this the same title? See, I suck when it comes to independent. I'll let you know. Yep, same book. No Heroine. Not too sure what number this is again, but there you go. And you know what? I mean, just to kind of slow things down, these covers are pretty dope. Like, they're really, really dope. So I mean, these are store exclusives, and these are pretty dope covers. So let's see what we got. We got the Scumbag number... Where the fuck are the numbers on these things? Anyway, Scumbag. I'm going to assume this is a Hive exclusive. I could be wrong. Oh, look. I got the colored version of that No Heroine. That's kind of nice. I like the colored version. I do like printed stuff, but you know what? I tend to kind of gravitate more towards the colored stuff. So there you go. Hive Comics. I got, I got this. This is a pretty dope ass cover. This is pretty dope. But we will see what this book is. Because I'll be honest, I don't know what it is. It's the Scumbag again. So this is another one, the Scumbag. I got to read these. One thing, I don't know a lot about independents, but I'll tell you this. Independents have probably some of the best reads out there. And boom, Franklin the Ghost, #1. Spider-Man 300. Shout out to Roger Levesque. There you go. Spider-Man 300 homage. Let me see. What is this? Derogatory Tales of Franklin and the Ghosts. Again, I don't know what it is. I'm going to assume it's also a Hive Comics exclusive. All right. So we'll figure out what these books go for and see if I got anything good. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the haul. And yeah, all right. Shoots. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to sub, turn on the notification bell, check out some of the people in my description. All right. Mahalos.